Yes, my filthy friends. We are back one more time to talk about week 2 of the Monday Night Football going on live in a few short hours. Let's get cracking. 7-8 so far for this week. So we need this one. We really need this one to get back to a even 500 like last week. Get up to 16-16 for the season. So we're gonna have to be a little careful with this one, but let's crack on. Falcons at the Eagles today. We are rolling with the Philadelphia Eagles. Why, will you tell me? Why, you ask me? Why? I'll tell you why. Because first of all, AJ Brown's out, yes. However, Saquon Barkley, 3 touchdowns in his debut for the Eagles in Brazil. This one's a homecoming at the crib for Saquon with all those maniac Eagles fans around. I think he's at least due for 1 or 2 more. It's going to be offensively very interesting to see which running back sets the tone for their team, because I think it does come down to them. Bijan on one side, Saquon on the other. Get your popcorns ready. It's going to be sensational. Both offensive coordinators, I hope, really utilize the run game. It will be beneficial for their quarterback as well, but I just want to see both of these guys running with the ball just to watch that spectacle happen. Now we talk about the Falcons on the other side. Prime time Kirk Cousins. Or is it going to be the Kirk Cousins, that we have kind of gotten used to over the more recent years in the primetime, or just in general? We got to see. He's coming back from his torn Achilles injury. He's coming back to a new O-line. He's coming back to a new receiving group. It did not sit well last week with the Steelers pass rush. Eagles are not, that much less ferocious, let's just say. But let's take it back a little bit with Kirk Cousins. He was with the Commanders, or back then Redskins, if you do prefer that. And he was in the division. At that time, he did go 4-3. He was, he did have their number. And then he went to Minnesota. He was 2-2 there. So over the course of his career, in the 11 games that he's played so far against the Eagles, it's neck and neck. Nobody really has the edge. However, he has thrown for about 2.4 touchdowns to a 0.8 interception. So he will most likely throw a pick. 2 touchdowns. He might throw about 180 yards. But it comes down to how the Colts and the Packers game happened yesterday. The run game. Offensively, whoever controls the line of scrimmage, whoever controls the time of possession, I think it comes down to that. Falcons, on the other hand, let's go back to their offense a little bit. Their offensive line was atrocious last week. I mean, it was just so bad. And that's because the offensive coordinator, the offensive line, and the quarterback, they do not mesh well together. This offensive line was built for a power running scheme that Arthur Smith had. They were not meant for zone running and sitting back, letting Kirk Cousins just dictate the field. That's not going to work. So somebody has to give in. The offensive line has to improve on their end for sure. But also the offensive coordinator and the offensive staff needs to realize it's a smashing game and not a side-to-side game for the offensive linemen. So somebody has to give. You need to find that balance against that Eagles front seven. It's too early in the season, but I do believe they are significantly improved since last year. After losing TJ Edwards in their Super Bowl run, last year they did not have that physicality up front. They lost other pieces as well, but I thought that one piece as a linebacker last season was very important for them, and they were lacking that. Nakobe Dean has been stepping up so far, and he will, continue to rise hopefully this season, so keep an eye out on him. Darnell Mooney, he needs to step up for the Falcons on the other end. 3 years, $39 million. I have a squirrel right here trying to eye me down. What's good, little man? All right, he went away. We good. But yeah, back to Darnell Mooney. 3 year, $39 million. He's the only one on that offense as a weapon that has gotten paid so far. He needs to step up and show out. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, you guys need to step up, get open a little bit more. I don't know, like do something. Go tell your offensive coordinator, feed me the ball even if I'm double covered. Because it does not look like Atlanta has any weapons, not at least any that steps out or shows out. So somebody needs to step out in a big way for them. Going back to the draft, they left everybody perplexed, and to this day everybody is perplexed to why they picked a quarterback in the first round. Fine, they picked a quarterback, that's cool, all right. What do we do after that? Every other pick till the 4th or 5th round, they went defensive side. None of those guys are starters. And then in the 6th round, finally, let me find him. Casey Washington, love you, no hate to you. Out of Illinois, you're not even on the depth chart. I don't know if you're injured. No matter the case, Illinois, with all due respect to the school, they have a really good football program, but I don't even know what conference they are in. I can't tell you anything about Casey Washington, neither can Kirk Cousins, and you need to give him weapons to succeed, and you are not doing that at all so far. So we'll see how that mess kind of flows through. But at the same time, with all that mess on the defensive end, they added significant pieces. Justin Simmons, all-pro safety. Jesse Bates, one of the best safeties in the league the past 3-4 years. You do have AJ Terrell that you just paid, so you do have defensive back pieces that you love to see. Mike Hughes on the other side after, a stint with the Vikings that didn't work out. Let's hope he finds his home down there. You have D. Alford and Clark Phillips as well. It's a very good defensive back room. However, they still need a gel. They've only played a game together. They've only practiced together. It will take more time, but it should be interesting to see. Terrell and Hughes on one side with Quinyon Mitchell, who was actually pretty solid last week as well, with Slay on the other side for the Eagles. I think on the defensive end, how the running backs are setting the tone on offense. For the defense, it has to be the cornerbacks. Which cornerbacks are actually physical that come up, and if the run game does end up being a wide zone, which running backs do come crash and help out in that run game and are not scared to tackle. I think that might, set the tone, set the physicality of the game, and set who wins this game, which, like we mentioned in the beginning, we are rolling with the Eagles in this one. Hopefully, we do go 8-8 again this week, so we do have a chance to get back into the thick of things. Shout out to my Raiders, have to give it to them. That was an excellent road win. I am sorry that I doubted you guys. I will take that loss on my prediction end, but I have never been happier to be wrong. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys with the Thursday night breakdown very, very soon. Till then, you guys have a great time, full of smiles. Peace.